The following program comes to you in color from Hollywood. The heart of the entertainment world. The Hollywood Palace. With your host, Bing Crosby. Tonight, Ceasar. Vikki Carr. Bill Dana. The Gila Brothers. Dorothy Lamour. Carr. Singular to the Hollywood Palace Orchestra. This portion brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, makers of Lucky Strike filters, the filter cigarette with fine tobacco, and by Diet Delight, with the same flavor as ordinary canned fruit, but only half the calories. We'll return to the Hollywood Palace after this word from one of our sponsors.
Boy, does that look good.
But, honey, what'll these calories do to my waistline?
Relax. It's Diet Delight. Has the same flavor as ordinary canned fruit, but only half the calories.
That's the beauty of new Diet Delight canned fruit. It gives you a full helping of flavor, but only half the calories of ordinary canned fruit. Enjoy tempting Diet Delight peaches, luscious Diet Delight pears, Diet Delight apricots, not too sweet, not too tart. Diet Delight fruit cocktail, wonderful.
Best dessert we've had all week. Hey, how about some of those peaches for dinner tomorrow?
For any meal or in between, enjoy new Diet Delight canned fruit. It gives you a full helping of flavor, but only half the calories of ordinary canned fruit. Diet Delight.
And now, here is your host, the one and only Bing Crosby.
You coax the blues right out of the horn. Man, you charm the husk right off of the corn. Man, you got those banjos strumming and plunking out a tune to beat the band. The whole plantation's hung since you brought Dixie back to Dixieland. You made the cotton easy to pick. Man, you give my old mint julep a kick. Man, you make those old magnolia trees blossom at the mention of your name. You made us feel alive again. You've given us that drive again to make the South revive again, man. My mouth and freeze my face. She brought some elegance to the place. The Sabali hominy trifles to repair. Shut my mouth and close my eyes. She made the price of tobacco rise. The old watermelon is suddenly ripe. And down on the levee, a beautiful bevy of crinoline ladies are flocked. The way that they're squealing, it gives me a feeling that Robert Early must have docked. They're strumming and singing and humming and singing and starting to get out of hand since you brought Dixie back to Dixieland. Oh, you made our black-eyed peas and our grits. Seemed like to fill the fair at the Ritz. Oh, man, you came, you saw, you conquered, and absolutely nothing is the same. Your special fascinational Good evening, and I hope you all had a very happy Thanksgiving. I heard that this year, instead of the usual holiday main dish, a lot of folks around the country ate steak. Most of the birds, it seems, were in Washington. This is going to be a particularly pleasurable evening for me because a little later on, we're going to welcome one of the screen's greatest glamour girls. This is the girl who put the wow in luau, Miss Dorothy Lamour. Along with Dottie, we have such outstanding dilettantes of the divertissement as Ceasar and Bill Dana. And right now, 5 sensational tumbling touristas from Italy, the Gima brothers. Here they are.
Well, thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, my brother's going to show you a somersault hover, my 3 brothers.
Well, no, just a minute. Why 3? You mean 4 brothers, including you?
Yeah, but you see, I don't want to do it.
Well, what's the matter with you? You're scared. Ain't you a brave Neapolitan?
Well, no, I'm a scared Sicilian.
Well,
Right. All right, shall we go?
just a minute, that's not your place. You're the last.
Yeah, but you see, I want to go, though.
Well, that's right, and keep him there.
Ready? Well, that's right. What are you doing there? Get back over there. But...
Okay, now, come on, let's do it then.
Let you see. Shut up. Where are you going?
All right, here we go. Start it this time. Look, that's your place.
What?
There you stay.
Let you see you that.
Shut up. Sorry.
Well, I didn't want to move.
Well, I'll explain it to you this time.
But why'd you do that to her?
Yeah, why?
Stop!
Now, what you do that for?
Well, I was afraid you're going to hit me.
Boy, you right.
Hey, well, you said don't move. You're talking too much. That's better. Hey, you see I got him?
I got it now.
Yeah, now.
There are lots of fine gal singers around these days, but some of them, a very few it seems to me, they stand out from the others because they have a style that's peculiarly their own, because they have musicianship, and because they can do things with a song that are unique and appealing. Such a girl, I'm now very eager to have you here, and I'm sure you're going to love her. She's just great. Miss Vikki Carr.
Pack up all my cares and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is he. Bye, bye, blackbird. like the light. I'm afraid I'm gonna be late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye. Well, pack up all my cares and woe, 'cause here I go, I'm gonna sing so low. Bye-bye, 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 little blackbird. Well, when somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, but then so is he. Bye, 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 blackbird. When someone here can love, oh, run to tell me, and oh, what hard stories they all have. Secret, let's go, make my bed, yeah, like the light. I'm afraid I'm gonna be late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye. Blackbird, estoy sola aquí en la playa. Es el sol quien me acompaña y me quema, y me quema, y me quema. Cuando calienta el sol aquí en la playa, siento tu cuerpo vibrar cerca de mí. Es tu palpitar, es tu cara, es tu pelo, son tus besos, mi estremecor. Cuando calienta el sol aquí en la playa, siento tu cuerpo vibrar cerca de mí. Es tu palpitar, tu recuerdo, mi locura, mi delirio, me estremezco. Cuando calienta el sol, cuando calienta el sol aquí en la playa, siento tu cuerpo vibrar cerca de mí. Es tu palpitar, es tu cara, es tu pelo, son tus besos, mi estremecor. Cuando calienta el sol aquí en la playa, siento tu cuerpo vibrar cerca de mí. Es tu palpitar, tu recuerdo, mi locura, mi delirio, me estremezco. Cuando calienta el sol, cuando calienta el sol, cuando calienta el sol, cuando calienta el
Cigarette that delivers the taste, and I'll eat my hat!
Lucky Strike filters will show you plenty of smooth flavor, plenty of fine, mild-tasting tobacco, too. LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And now Lucky Strike means filter tip.
Lucky filters show you plenty of fine tobacco. Yes, they'll sure show you.
Lucky Strike, the filter cigarette with fine tobacco. Now meet LS Green.
Shake hands with LS Green today. Shake hands with LS Green. The finest menthol cigarette that you have ever seen.
LS Green, Lucky Strike Green, the fine tobacco cigarette with menthol.
For the smoothest taste you've ever known, shake hands with LS Green.
Well, that's Espanol. And while he's famous to most of the world as that mixed-up Latin fella, Jose Jimenez, out here in Hollywood, we know him as the prolific writer, producer of the Milton Berle Show, and the raconteur, Bill Damon. Oh, Bill.
Thank you, Bing. So good to be back here at the Hollywood Palace. The subject for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is scenes from the childhood. We're doing scenes from the childhood this evening for two very good reasons. One, because most of you have had a childhood. And second, because I have a record out on the subject. So let's get right to it. The first scene comes from the childhood of Audrey Hepburn. Mrs. Hepburn is speaking to her little child, Audrey. Eat, darling, eat. The next scene comes from the childhood of the great rocket missile expert, Dr. Werner von Braun. Mrs. von Braun speaks to little Werner.
Werner von Braun, you are a naughty boy. Do you know that you missed school 3 times this week?
Yeah, Mama, but only by a couple hundred yards. Next scene comes from the childhood of Sammy Davis, Jr. Teacher walks into the class, says, today, students, when I call on you, I want you to stand up and say what you're going to be when you grow up. Let's start with you, little Sammy Davis, Jr.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a singer, and I'm going to be a dancer, and I'm going to hang around with Frank Sinatra, and I'm going to hang around with Peter Lawford, and I'm going to hang around with Dean Martin, and I'm going to marry a Swedish girl, and I'm going to turn Jewish.
Sammy, sit down. When you're ready to talk sense, we'll come back to you. We close our scenes of the childhood with a political one, a scene from the childhood of Senator Everett Dirksen. Mrs. Dirksen has just found out that little Everett has been skipping school. Everett, come here. Everett, the truant officer, has been here and says that you have been truant from school 3 days this week. Now, how do you explain that?
Most honorable mother, I would like to state on this most august occasion that the reason that I have been truant from that great and honorable educational institution is that I have this lousy sore throat.
Hey, Bill, tell me something now. Didn't you bring Jose with you?
Oh, I'll get
Jose.
Did you want to see me, Mr. Crosby?
Yes, I did. Jose, oh, yeah.
Thank you, my colleague.
We're eager to hear. What have you been doing lately?
Well, I've been working with the CIA.
Oh, you mean the Central Intelligence Agency?
Yes.
Oh, that's very interesting. Let me ask you a few pertinent questions.
All right, and I'll try to give you a few permanent answers.
I understand that when you're a spy, you have to use very tricky devices.
You probably understand when you're a spy, you use the very tricky devices. The most tricky device uses very tiny miniature cameras.
Oh.
You see that tooth there?
Yeah.
That is not a tooth.
No?
It is a very tiny miniature camera.
Oh. How does it work?
You press my nose.
Oh. And that'll take the picture?
No, I just like people to press my nose. I think I love you.
I've heard and I've read that when they catch a spy, they do terrible things to them to get them to give out information. Is this true?
Well, you know, when they capture the spies, they do terrible things to get out the information. You know?
What they do?
One time they caught me, you know, and they hit me on the head, then they hit me on the shoulder and the bony paw. It could really hurt. And they hit me all over the place.
Mm-hmm. But did you talk?
No, I was too busy screaming. I gave the name, rank, and serial number of every man, woman, child in the United States Army, where they were living, how many bullets they had. I'm the only one that ever confessed before being sent overseas.
But who would you say, now, was the greatest spy in history?
The greatest spy in history was Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence? I didn't know Lawrence Welk was a spy.
See how great he is?
Well, now, Jose, before you leave the rostrum, I
don't have to go to the rostrum.
I want to ask you something, though, before you go. Of all the spies...
That was a strange question to ask.
Of all the spies now, all throughout history, where do you think you rank?
Where I rank of all the spies?
Yeah.
I probably like number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Well, who were the other 2?
Well, first would be Benjamin Franklin. Second would be George Washington.
Oh, wait a minute.
Then would come me.
No, Jose. Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, they were not spies.
I'm number 1.
The heartbreak of psoriasis. What are the facts?
What does psoriasis look like?
It may first appear as a small, crusty patch on skin or scalp.
Can it get worse?
Yes, it can spread and leave your skin rough and scaly.
How can I know for sure if I have psoriasis?
See your doctor.
Can anything relieve the itching and scaling?
Yes. Now there's a new medicated formula called Tegrin. New Tegrin is guaranteed or your money back. Guaranteed to speed relief from itching, work fast to remove scales, and continued use helps keep scales from coming back. Tegrin isn't greasy and there's no medical smell. It's a fact. New Tegrin is the medication guaranteed to relieve the miseries of psoriasis. Now, another new product from Tegrin. New Tegrin medicated shampoo, especially formulated to wash away loose psoriasis scales, leaves hair and scalp cleaner and healthier looking. New Tegrin medicated shampoo.
Tonight is rather a special evening for me here in the Hollywood Palace because it marks a rare and too infrequent appearance, I believe, on the color tube of a glamorous friend, the lovely Dorothy Lamour. You know, from Morocco to Zanzibar and Singapore to Rio, Dorothy and I made numerous road pictures together, along with the comedian who was, what was his name? Boobop, I think, or something like that. Well, I must confess, candor compels me to concede that Boob got quite a few chuckles. He was a droll fellow, but it was Dorothy who gave the roads their provocative curves. Here now she is, Miss Dorothy Lamour.
I love the looks of you, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the arms, the mouth of you, the east, west, north, and the south of you. I'd love to gain complete control of you and handle even the heart and soul of you. So love at least a small percent of me, 'cause I love all of you. Love the look of you, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes of
I'd love to gain complete control of you and handle even the heart and soul of you. So long I'd leave a small percent of me, 'cause I love all of you.
Thank you,
You've
Vic.
been out of the country lately, haven't you, Dorothy? I heard that you were over entertaining the troops at Guantanamo Bay.
That's right. I received a letter from a young Marine, and he asked me to come over and bring my sarong.
Oh, you're still getting letters from the Marines, huh?
Well, this one writes to me twice a week. He'd better. He's my son.
Oh, he's at Guantanamo Bay.
Mhm.
That must be young Ridge.
That's right.
How old is he now?
He's 20 years old.
20 years old, imagine that. Aren't you in some danger of being expelled from the Glamour Girls Union, Article 3, Section 12? Never admit you have a 20-year-old son? Huh?
I'm not ashamed to admit it, Bing. I mean, after all, he looks pretty good for his age.
Where are you going next? What's your next foray? Where are you out
Well, I was hoping that I could take a trip back on some of the roads. Maybe you remember the way?
Oh, I think I do. In fact, I recognize those soft shoulders. Little traveling music, isn't it?
Let's take a trip through the Atlas and travel the roads that we see.
There's Zanzibar and Rio.
And Morocco and Hong Kong.
The fare is inexpensive, you can get it for a song. We've seen the east and westward ho. If you're ready, partner, we can hit the road.
Moonlight becomes you.
Oh.
I want you to know it's not just because there's moonlight, although... Watch it.
Moonlight becomes you. So, suppose you need a vacation. Brazil is the place you should see. So you can't understand what they're saying, and you can't read a sign that you see. Well, you don't have to know the language, where the moon and sky and the girl in your arms and a look in your eye. No, you don't have to know the language if you don't want to say goodbye.
The moon of Monocura fills the night with magic Polynesian charm. The moon of Monocura came in sight.
And I'm thinking, if you were mine, I'd never let you go.
And that would be but beautiful, I know.
We're on our way to Apalachicola. Magnolia trees and blossoms and a pretty southern gal. It's better than the orange groves in Cucamonga cow. We're on our way to Apalachicola. Bring your old Nicola. Apalachicola, FLA.
Won't you tell me when we will meet again?
Sunday, Monday, or always. What am I to do? Can I be with you?
Sunday,
Monday, or always. Let's meet on the road to Morocco.
The funny streets are nice and dark, the music is unique.
I'm the Sultan, you're my queen, and Bobo plays a freak.
Tell the gang so they won't hang around. I went through dictionary with a rhyme.
We're going to be right back with Tagora, Sid Caesar, Dorothy Lamour, Lillian Montevecchi, and lots more in the Hollywood Palace. have now a real ball of fire to present for your entertainment, the newest sensation of the European music hall. Here's a man who eats flames and exhales them as far as 20 feet. Very happy about the whole thing because I have the Argentine concession. Here he is, he's from Austria, the amazing Tagora.
Get a shave that's 3 hours closer with a new invention, the Remington Selectro. Now you can shave just once every 24 hours and get a shave that's 3 hours closer. Here's why. Thinnest shaving heads for the closest shave ever developed at Remington. And a dial to adjust the cutting edge to fit your beard. S1 for your neck. Dial S2, 3, 4, and you get more cutting edge for tougher beards. Dial trim, and you've got a man-sized trimmer. Dial clean, and it's done. The Remington Selectro. It shaves 3 hours closer. Wouldn't it be nice if your 5 o'clock shadow didn't show up on time? See the new Selectro shavers at your Remington dealers.
Here now is the exciting star of the famous Folie Bergère, Mademoiselle Liliane Montevecchi.
That was Santa Claus. We went to grade school together. I'm helping him pack El Producto cigars for Christmas. He sent me a couple of his helpers. Why not? This is Hollywood. All right, girls, back to work.
One flagship coming up. A handsome plastic box filled with 25 cigars, 6 different shapes, decorated with colorful signal flags. That's the El Producto flagship. And now, El Producto's famous cigar jar. Take a beautiful glass jar with a crystal pattern top, fill it with 25 extra long blunts, Feel for freshness? Gift wrap? It's the classic El Producto cigar jar.
For the finest holiday gift packages, just ask your dealer for Georgia Cigar. El Producto. Beautiful.
I really think the memory of silent films will remain evergreen just as long as that master of movie mugging, Sid Caesar, is around to remind us so accurately of what they were like. Tonight, with Dorothy Lamour as his femme fatale, the incomparable Sid brings us one of his great silent film classics, A Fool's Profile. Smoking in the balcony only, and the ladies will please remove their hats. Merrill's chocolate, chocolate chip, chocolate bonbon, chocolate bonbon.
Has anyone ever made a faster or more effective pain reliever than Bayer aspirin? They tried. Took plain aspirin, made it bigger, smaller. They buffered it. They added extra ingredients. Squeezed it. Squared it. Flavored it. Fizzed it. They've done everything but improve it. Today, for headache and everyday pains, there's still nothing more effective than Bayer aspirin. Bayer works wonders.
I've got to have a laxative, but that tastes awful, and that's too strong. Flavored Haley's M.O. Mild laxative, gentle but thorough, good. Haley's M.O. it is. Tastes good, but will it work? What a difference. What a wonderful laxative. Flavored Haley's M.O.
Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play? I can't remember growing older. When did they? When did she grow to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall? Wasn't it yesterday when they were small? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season follows another, laden with happiness and tears. Now is the little boy a bridegroom? Now is the little girl a bride? Under the canopy I see them side by side. Place the gold ring around her finger. Share the sweet wine, break the glass. Soon the full circle will have come to pass. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. Sunrise, sunset.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And don't forget, another big one in the Hollywood Palace next week. I'll be back in time for White Christmas, weather permitting. Good night, and thank you very much.
This portion of the Hollywood Palace has been brought to you by Haley's M.O., regular or new flavor. The laxative is both gentle and thorough, with medically approved ingredients. Haley's M.O. And by Consolidated Cigar Corporation, makers of El Producto, the cigar with age in its flavor. Travel arrangements for overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways. This is Dick Dugwell speaking. Appearing with Ceasar were Mickey Deans and Allison McKay. Don't forget next week at the Hollywood Palace, Alan and Rossi, Jean-Pierre Aumont and Marisa Pavas, Baby Sabu, Dennis Freiline, Petula Clark, The Flying Cabarettas, Claire Sombert and Michelle Bruel, and your host, Victor Borga.
Poverty, disease, ignorance, suspicion, hatred, war. If you're not too busy to do something about it, please write the Peace Corps.